Hi everybody, Leah here with your February 2025 card reading. And in the year, to wrap it up, February is the month to rest and reflect. And so we often think we have to be always taking action and getting things done. But Feb, the energy is more to give yourself that time and space to let those changes not only integrate, but to really check in and say, am I on the right path? And the daily cards would really suggest that this month is going to be a lot of to and froing between the two. So you're going to be inspired to do something, you're going to take lots of action, and then you're going to need downtime to rest, to reflect, to just check in and go, yep, did that work out the way I wanted? Does that still feel right? Am I still on track? And so then it might be, okay, well, now I'm going to shift it this way a little bit. I'm going to make these changes. So it's going to be a lot of that all month of that action, rest, reflect, take more action. But really, really important this month that you are connected to your heart space, to your intuition, and that you're in alignment. There will be some opportunities this month to fall back into old patterns, old habits, or to sort of react in a way that isn't right, or to make decisions based on a reaction to something and an emotional reaction. So you're being asked to really take those days that you need to rest and relax and reflect in order to then, when you take action and you move forward, you're doing it in the right way, in the right direction, in your highest good and what you actually want. So don't let your emotions derail you this month. Okay, so if you haven't got a copy of the journal yet, you can still get them on Amazon, or I've got some available here in the clinic in Yass if you want one. If you are in the journal group, there will be another Zoom coming up for setting your goals and clearing any blocks you have to achieving them. So if you're interested in that, jump on Amazon, buy the journal, join the group, and we will see how we can clear those things for you this year. So to start with, I'm going to draw 4 numerology cards and 4 guidance cards. So just choose a number, 1 to 4 for numerology, and these might be the same, they might be different, completely up to you, whatever feels right. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then choose 1 to 4 again for your guidance cards. We have 1, 2, 3, and 5 came out. So for some of you, you must want number 5. Okay. And the card from My Healing Cards for Feb is the card of self-worth. So really getting clear this month on what is important to you, on what you value and who values you. What in your life is valuing you, your time, your energy, your space. And that is going to guide you a bit, I think, this month. You're going to be really getting in tune with your life purpose. This is going to be a big month of spiritual and personal growth. And so you're going to start to recognize those people and situations in your life that really don't support you to be the best version of you. And you're going to start to cut some of that out. So focus on your self-worth, really, really important in Feb. And the essential oil for this month is Copaiba. This is the oil of unveiling. So it helps you to look at your past situations, actions, anything really that's still contributing. And some of those things are really going to come up for clearing this month. Your soul knows that it is time to get rid of some of that stuff, and you can use Copaiba to really help you to do that. Now, based on the daily cards, a lot of you are going to really complete a cycle this month. You're going to move into this next phase of your life. And in order to do that, it's almost like you're going to be reflecting on what has been, seeing the purpose in it, or even if there's no purpose as such, it might be that it's the catalyst that pushes you to go, actually, I deserve better than this, and I'm going to do this differently. So with all of that, then it's like you shift into this new level of spiritual or personal growth. And then from there, you're going to start again, basically. So new lessons will start to come up. More of these old things will come up to be worked on. And quite often I work with people who say, I've already dealt with this. I don't know why this is still coming up. It's just that there's another layer there. Or now that you have grown to this new version of you, you can look at those past things from a very different perspective where you couldn't have considered that before. And so February could be really quite life-changing for a lot of you. So if that resonates for you and you need more help, please just go to leahloyd.com, book an appointment. We can do tapping in person. We can do it over Zoom. But let's start to shift some of that old stuff that you're holding on to that's stopping you from moving forward. So with that, let's move on to the reading. Okay, so we're going to draw 3 cards for every week of Feb and just see what the messages are for you. What do they tell you? What resonates for you? What doesn't? Obviously, you know, some cards will resonate more for others, and perhaps not everybody. So take what makes sense for you and leave what does not. And you may also find too, when I'm reading the cards and interpreting them, that same card may have a very different meaning for you. So pay attention to that. If I'm reading it out and you go, actually, that feels different to me, pay attention to your own intuition. It's really, really important to do that. And again, always taking full responsibility for every decision you make in life. These cards are there for guidance, but always make the best decision for you based on your own intuition. So you've got the Lovers card here, which is also in the daily card. So that's going to be significant for some of you. We have the Hermit card here, which is also in the daily card. So that's also significant. Let's see what else comes through. So we have the Ten of Swords here. So this is week 1, and it's partnered with the Nine of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. So I feel like there is definitely some kind of ending or loss here for you. It doesn't feel particularly sad to me. So I feel as though this is something that you knew had to come to an end, had to find its completion. It could well just be it was a situation that was not healthy for you in any way and wasn't leading you on down the right track. And so you've finally sort of gone, okay, well, actually, no, I have to get rid of that from my life. Now, for some of you, I feel like this could be a habit. So it might be that some of you are giving up smoking or drinking. It could be that you're leaving a friend group that perhaps you've realized is a little bit toxic for you. Some of you, I feel like you'll be walking away from work. Now, you've got the Five of Pentacles there, so that could mean a change in your finances. So some of you may be changing your employment, but this is you walking away from something you know is not good in order to pursue something better. So while there could be a bit of a shift in finances, initially, it's a good move. So don't second guess yourself if this feels really right for you. So it's almost like you have worked so hard, you've put so much effort in, and you're just feeling exhausted now. It feels like it's almost like I don't think I can do much more here. Now, interesting, you've got the Five of Pentacles twice too. But it's saying don't sort of give up. So for some of you, it may be that you need to hang in there a little bit longer with this job or whatever this is you want to walk away from, because things aren't quite in place yet. Financially, you may not be able to walk away from it. So it's telling you don't give up. Just, hang in there, put things in place that will support you as best you can to get to that end point. That ending is coming. You are going to make that decision and you are going to walk away from it, and you're going to be very happy about that choice. But for some of you, it just may not be the time just yet. For others, I feel like that Nine of Swords is telling you you've done everything you can. You have put in every possible ounce of your energy and soul into this, and you are discovering you're not going to get that back. And so it's like you're giving yourself permission now to just walk away from it and go, okay, cut my losses, it's time to go. So while there is that sort of ending and things through that first week, this is a necessary shift in order for you to follow what needs to follow. So, you may feel a little bit of sadness, you may feel a little bit of regret, or, wish things had been different, but I don't feel like this is going to be this major upset in your life. It's just a bit of a stepping stone for what's next. So the second week of Feb, you have the Chariot card. We have the Six of Cups here, and you have the Star. So things have really shifted here. You are moving forward. You are stronger. You feel more powerful. You are recognizing everything you have to give to the world. And you're allowing yourself to dream a little bigger. And I feel like I'm pretty sure that's what sort of the theme was in the daily cards, or it certainly comes up somewhere. I'm not sure it was the second week, but it's in there that you just have this recognition, and this self-worth card is just going to keep popping up, I think, because you're recognizing that you deserve better, that you want more from your life. Why is it that I'm here? What is my purpose? Is it just to get up and go to work every day and come home and cook the dinner and do the dishes and do the washing and hang it out and bring it in and then do it all again tomorrow? It's really not. Those things have to be done, obviously, but I think you're being pushed to find a higher purpose in being here. And so with that Chariot card there, you're going to start to really see this change and you're going to move forward here. For some of you, you are going to, this is that change in that career. So you might be leaving one thing behind, but you're not waiting very long for the next thing. It's right there for you. It may be that, you've waited and that appears in order to allow you to move on. So look at all the possibilities. Don't sort of take the first thing that comes along if it doesn't feel quite right for you. You don't want to leave one situation and end up in the same one. So there has to be that growth in the middle here. And I think this is where that star comes in, that you really need to get in tune with your intuition. You need to really look at what your dreams are. What is it I actually want to do? How do I want to spend every day of my life? Is it this sort of work or is it not? So you're really putting that time and effort into it so then you can make a decision that is actually progressing you forward rather than just a shift sideways, if that makes sense. So in the third week of Feb, we have Page of Gabriel, we have the Lover's card, and we have the Hangman. So you are excited. You're ready to do something new. You're ready for this new challenge and opportunity. You may be partnering up with another person. I'm just going to clarify a card there because there's something else in that Lover's card I think you need to know. Now, with the Hangman there, you are being told to look at things from a different perspective, that not everything is black and white. And actually, that came up in the daily cards that, we can be very, this is right, this is wrong, and there's no other option, but you're starting to discover through this personal and spiritual growth that there is a whole lot in between that right and wrong. And perhaps some of those judgments you have made previously, you're starting to question those now and go, well, actually, maybe there's a different way of looking at this. And so for some of you, I feel like this is people who have hurt you in the past. All of a sudden, you're seeing a different perspective. And through that, I feel like you're going to grow a lot and free yourself in a way from that burden that you were carrying, if that makes sense. Now, the Lover's card there, I was just saying, I feel like there was something else in there. So for some of you, you're connecting with another person. And so if this is a new job or whatever it is, you're teaming up with another person who's going to help you to reach those goals. If you are in a significant relationship, actually, I think Valentine's Day falls in the third week. So, it could just be that, spending that time with that special someone, enjoying that time, that space. But I feel like you've got, with the Wands card and the Lover's card here, you're being asked to follow your passion here. Really, what makes you feel good? What makes you happy? Follow that. Now, the card that I asked for to clarify for the Lovers, and this won't be for everyone, I feel like this is just, one or a few of you, but the Empathy card came up and it actually says on that, I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. I feel like for some of you, there was a situation at some point, whether it's current or in the past, where there has been an incident with a lover, with a partner, where there has been some deception or deceit, and that has been really, really hard for you to let go of and move on from. But I feel like you're ready to do that. It's like you're taking a step back and you can see things a little bit differently to how you once did. And that knowledge or that change in mindset or feeling around it is really allowing you to move on. So that's really, really good. So if that's you, book an appointment if you need to in order to help you to shift that, because it's really important you do that. And in the last week of Feb, We have the Queen of Gabriel, you have the Three of Wands. Now you have the Death card here. So again, this is an ending. Something is coming to completion, but you're celebrating this. This is, you are really coming into your power here. You're finding that strength. You are very clear on what it is you want to achieve, and you're not letting anything get in your way. Now, this is, you're ready to create. I really feel like you're tuning into your solar plexus chakra. It's here, that's the yellow. So wear lots of yellow, buy yellow flowers, fill your house up with that. Anything that will really help you to connect with that chakra. But this is you. You're finding your passion, you're finding your strength, and you are so ready for whatever comes next. So the Death card can mean, you know, something coming to an end, obviously, but in this sense, I think it's more that you're transforming one thing to another. So things are shifting. You're making it into something that now fits better with this new version of you that you are discovering. So bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Pentacles, and we have the 10 of Pentacles, and you have the Hermit. So the Hermit in this reading and in the daily cards was very much, you know, I said at the beginning, you're going to have those days of action and taking, you know, making progress and being really inspired to get things done. And then you're going to have that downtime to reflect and just see, you know, does this now feel right? Was that action the correct steps? Do I need to shift it all? Do I just need to rest and gather my energy before I, you know, have that next burst of energy? So for me, in this particular reading, the Hermit is more you giving yourself the space and time to connect to your newfound wisdom, you know, as you're looking at these things from these different perspectives, and you're learning a lot and you're growing a lot and you're letting go of a lot. That is going to require a lot of downtime to really integrate that and process it. So give yourself that space this month in order to do that. Now, with that Five of Pentacles there, it's here twice. There is, you know, for some of you, I do feel like it is financial, that you are changing something here, and it is going to make a difference in your income or the money going out. For some of you, I feel like you are parting with some cash here. And it's not, you know, for something that you would consider good. Like it's not like you're buying a house or something like that. It could be, you know, it might be you going through a separation, you're paying someone out. It could be that a debt, you know, you're getting rid of a debt here that you have worked really hard towards, and it's done and you're ready to move on. Now, if that's it, I almost feel like it's sort of, there's some regret around here or some annoyance that you even had that debt, or some anger that it was there. Work through those emotions, get rid of that, because you don't want to take that into future financial things. So if that's you, make sure you work through that. But you've got the 10 of Pentacles there. This is all going to work out beautifully. The money will be there. This is just part of this journey you have to make this year in order to wrap things up so that you can start fresh next year. So when things are difficult, when there's those sort of bumps in the road, try and look at it from a perspective of this is all part of my soul growth, my personal growth, my spiritual growth, whatever you feel it is, so that I can live my best life. I need to create space for all of that good stuff to come in. So if you can look at it from that perspective, you're going to find things flow better, you feel better, you react better to things. So just look at everything in Feb as a learning opportunity. Okay, the numerology cards, we have card 1, 2, 3, and 4. So card number 1 is 5-5, the card of adventure. So for some of you, this, you know, this change in money, this walking away from a job or changing career, maybe you're going to go traveling. Maybe you're going to go, you know what, I've worked so hard my whole life and I'm still, you know, there's still that struggle. There's still that just mundaneness, it almost feels like. I'm going to go and do something better. So it may be that you go, you know what, I'm leaving this solid job that I've had for the last 30 years, and I'm going to go and do this other thing that I always wanted to do. It might be that you pack up your car and your caravan and you go off and travel somewhere. It might be that you just take on something new, look for something new that brings a bit more joy and excitement into your life, a new hobby or something, but just something that really allows your heart to kind of sing, to shift that vibration from this sense of loss or lack into something better. Card number 2 is 63. It's the card of parenting. So you may find that your kids are significant. in Feb. Some of you might be becoming parents. You might be going through a change of stage with your child. So this, different perspective and letting go of something, moving on. So you might have kids moving out of home and moving into their own place, but it feels like, and this doesn't, you don't have to actually be a parent if you get this card. This could be that you're being a mentor for somebody else, or you're looking after other people. Now, if you have this card, I would just be checking in and saying, does this feel like a fair, equal relationship? Is this feeling good, or is there something here that needs to change? Card number 3 is 85, and that's follow your dreams. So really making sure whatever changes you are making this month are leading you down the path that you want to be on. So don't just make changes for the sake of making them. If you do have to walk away from a job or a relationship or something here, don't just sort of go, well, I'm done, I'm going, and don't sort of think too much about the future. You really want to make sure that these steps you're taking, you've thought it through, that you have a plan that, okay, I'm going to do this now. And then it's these steps that are going to lead me to this endpoint that I want to get at, down the track. And card number 4 is 56. This is relationship change. So I do feel like some of you are leaving a relationship this month. Okay, and then cards 1 to 5. So card number 1 is a card of meditation. So you're being told to go in to really tune in to intuition, to just take that time to hear the messages that are coming through, to feel into what feels right. So, yeah, I'm going to make this change. All right, take a moment. How does that feel? If that is already in reality, does that feel good or does it not? And so I feel like you really want to tune into your emotions and your feelings this month to see what feels right for you and be guided by that in making those decisions. Now, if you've got this card, I feel like you're also being really reminded that downtime, that rest time is really important for you this month. Card number 2 is the card of courage. So you are finding your strength. You're believing in yourself. You're trusting that you can make these good choices for yourself and that you have what it takes to action them. Now, as I say that, there's like not even a heaviness here, but sort of an ache. Some of you that are walking away from something, it's hard. This is not an easy choice for you to make. And I feel like there's a lot of fear around that you're being told to be fearless, that you have what it takes to do this. You just have to believe in yourself, basically. Card number 3 is the card of trust. So believing in that outcome, believing that there is a better future for you. Often we don't leave a situation because we don't know what is next, and we can't. There's no reassurance that it's going to be better than where we're at now. And so sometimes it's just better to stay where I am, even if I'm completely unhappy, than take that risk and move forward. This card, if you chose card number 3, is telling you to have some faith in this, really believe in the outcomes and trust in it as you make these changes. Card number 4 is a card of karma. So what goes around comes around. A lot of the time we use karma in a negative way, like they'll get their karma, that kind of thing. But for me, karma is very much seeing those two sides of things. So if you have a very set belief or opinion on something, then something's going to happen in your life to help you to then see it from a different perspective. And so the sooner you can sort of look at any of those really strong beliefs and feelings that you have, if they're impacting your life in a way that perhaps isn't healthy or it's not really helping you, then something's going to come around to make you see it from a different point of view. So look at any of those old patterns or, any old experiences that are still playing out in your life and look at that other perspective. See if you can see it differently in some way. Card number 5 is the card of protection. So if you got this one, you might want to get a tiger's eye crystal to help you with this, but this really feels like you need to, again, it's connecting more to some kind of source, whatever that is for you. So for some people, it's angels, it might be your guides, it might be God, whatever it is, it's like you're being asked to really tune in with that and trust again in that you are being protected and guided. And for some of you might want to do some kind of protection ritual. For me, I like to imagine that coming from my heart space, so give it a color It's an energy, and then to see it radiating out. And so we are not closing ourselves in from a place of fear, but we're protecting ourselves from a place of love. And love is the highest vibration. So if you can get yourself there, that will always protect you. So I hope that helps. It could be a huge month for some of you. For others that have been doing a lot of work over the years, this may not be quite so unsettling. It's going to be that sort of up and down, but it's like you're just finalizing these, last things. For others, if you haven't been and this is kind of new to you, then this could be quite an up and down month. So if it is, please book a session so I can help you through that. But remember, always tune into your own intuition, be guided by that. Don't make decisions based on a card that you have read for you by somebody else. You always want to make sure you tune in and make sure whatever you are doing is right for you. It feels right for you. Be really, really guided by that in Feb. So have a great month. I'll see you next month. Bye.